Ever thought 1 month could change your life? Well, it did for me. What started as a Veganuary challenge in 2020 turned into a 5-year journey of growth, learning, and some serious plant-powered living. Today, I am sharing everything I've learned as a vegan, how the movement has evolved, and why this lifestyle is more accessible than ever in 2025. Stick around, this one's for the animals, the planet, and anyone who's curious about making the switch. Here's something controversial. Did you know that technically if you went vegan for the environment or for your health, you're not considered a vegan. You are plant-based. That's what the official definition says. Veganism is a social justice movement for the animals. But I have a different take on this. To me, anyone who stops consuming animal products or getting involved in any type of animal cruelty for any reason is already making a huge difference for the animals. Because even if someone turns vegan for the environment, they're still reducing demand for animal agriculture, which means fewer animals are being bred and killed. And more often than not, when people stay vegan long enough, they eventually learn about the ethical side of it and transition fully into doing it for the animals too. I was one of those people. I started for the environment, but over time I realized it was much bigger than that. So rather than gatekeeping the word vegan, I feel that we should just encourage more people to start however they get there. If I had to pick one thing I wish was different in the vegan community, it's how judgmental people can be, even towards other vegans. You'd think we'll all be on the same side, right? But the reality is there's a lot of policing and shaming, especially towards people who aren't perfect vegans. And look, I get it. When you first turn vegan, it's so easy to be angry at the world. You've just learned about factory farming, animal cruelty, environmental destruction, and you want everyone to wake up immediately. But the truth is, forcing or shaming people rarely works. I've seen this over and over. People who feel attacked for not being vegan enough often just give up and go back to their old ways. That doesn't help animals. That doesn't help anyone. So what actually works? Conversations. Educating people with facts, leading by example, and making veganism feel possible. That's how I've seen the most impact. Not by forcing, but by helping people see the bigger picture. You know that feeling of always being the only vegan in a group? I've been there, and it's exhausting. Explaining your choices every time you go out, having people debate with you at random moments, it can be very frustrating. That's why finding other vegan friends has been such a game changer for me. When you get a group of people who get you, you don't have to constantly explain yourself. You can just enjoy your food, rant about things that bother you, and feel supported. I realized this most when I traveled to Sri Lanka with a group of vegan friends in 2024. It was the most stress-free trip ever. No one had to fight over where to eat, and we all just naturally chose places with vegan options. It made me realize how much of a difference community makes in this journey. Before I was vegan, I used to say that I loved animals, but I was still eating them. When I look back, that was such a contradiction. We are raised to love cats and dogs, but completely disconnect from cows, chickens, and pigs. Now when I say I love animals, I actually mean it. I know that my choices align with my values. And even when I show love to my own dog, I don't feel guilty or hypocritical because I'm not picking and choosing which animals deserve kindness. I have never been healthier. Before going vegan, I used to worry, will I get enough protein? Will I feel weak? But after 5 years, I can confidently say I feel stronger than ever. I go to the gym consistently. I've built muscle and my blood tests are great. And even those vegan deficiencies that people talk about like B12 and vitamin D, I have them under control with a good diet and supplements. So if anyone tells you that you need meat to be healthy, trust me, they don't know what they're talking about. I don't crave meat or dairy anymore. And honestly, why would I? We have everything in vegan versions now. cheese, milk, butter, mock meats, even things like condensed milk and honey alternatives. If I can eat everything I loved before, but without harming animals, then where is the restriction? People still believe vegan means giving up things, but in 2025 it's just swapping things out. The biggest difference between going vegan in 2020 and 2025, it's so much easier now. Back in 2020, vegan options were limited, especially in India, but today you can find plant-based versions of almost everything. Even small towns have vegan options now. Brands that never had vegan products before, like Britannia, Amul, are now making plant-based alternatives. Even restaurants that never had vegan options now have dedicated sections for it. And the best part, there are way more vegan creators, communities, and even vegan flea markets now. 5 years ago, I didn't know a single vegan personally. Today, I have an entire network of vegan friends. The movement is growing, and that's such a huge win. So yeah, looking back, I can't believe how much has changed in these 5 years. Veganism isn't just easier, it's more accepted. More brands, more options, more awareness. If you're curious about how my journey started, go check out my Veganuary challenge video from 2020. That 1 month changed everything for me, and who knows, it could for you too.